Live from New York, this is WIUR Radio. Live.
Hello.
Oh boy.
Hello. Well, I don't like that.
What's
What's that about?
Hello? No, it's not echoing from out here.
Making a beat.
This is a speaker?
No, it's because your computer's on.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
Oh my gosh.
Right. My bad. Okay. Welcome to the 5 Hole. I'm your host, Niko Torres, here with my co-host, Robert Hughes and Nick Natalie. Connor is supposed to be behind the desk, but he is not there right now.
Houdini.
Taking a number one.
Oh,
All
I thought it was to get a Tuna sandwich.
Welcome back. He's probably going to eat one.
Probably.
Welcome back.
It's not bad.
No,
It's pretty bad.
I love when my radio station smells like fish.
It's
just
great.
And BO.
top notch. Oh man. All right. The tuna sandwich is awesome. You can't make it up. Anyways,
So welcome back to the 5 Hole. We are, he's gonna eat a tuna sandwich.
there's the bag in the paper bag.
All right, so welcome back to the 5 Hole. We are coming off of opening weekend of the MLB. Pretty good opening weekend for some. Pretty bad opening weekend for some.
Okay, hold on. Ours wasn't terrible.
Oh, it was pretty bad.
What's your record after this?
We swept the Twins, then lost in extras last night. 3-1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're
All
3
right,
now.
so not bad.
The Mets are 2-2 because they're playing the Marlins now. But when they played a real team, they didn't play good. Shocker! Who would have thought? Me. We're gonna start off the show with everyone's talking about it. We're gonna talk about the torpedo bats.
Yeah.
Let me make this abundantly clear to everybody watching and the two people next to me. Robert agrees with me. I don't know what Nick's opinions are. The Yankees are not cheating at all. It's completely legal, passed by the MLB. Everybody's using it. So much so that it's not even a this year thing. You know, Cody Bellinger used it in Cubs practice last year, right? The guy who's responsible for the torpedo bat design doesn't even work for the Yankees anymore. He works for the Marlins, right? He got fired after hurting Giancarlo Stanton's double elbows. Okay. If you remember that 2 weeks ago,
Oh man.
if you remember that 2 weeks ago where Stanton, they said they fired the person who recommended a new bat to Stanton, causing his double elbow injury.
So the torpedo bat was recommended to him.
Torpedo bat was recommended to him,
Interesting.
and
okay.
it hurt his double elbows.
Did not know that.
Apparently, there are images of him using it in spring training. There are images of him using it in the offseason. I don't think he used it during the season last year. Okay?
No.
There are players who are using it. It's in every single organization, the bat. The bat is in every organization, right? Just because Nestor Cortez threw 30 duds into the middle of the plate doesn't mean that the torpedo bat automatically gives you home runs. One person, I just want to ask you something.
Okay.
Is it cheating?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good. Because if you were going to say it's cheating, I already had my
I agree.
I already had my
don't
clap
think it's-
back.
I don't think it's cheating. So
It's not a magical bat. If you want to go see how it's not a magical bat, tune into Met games where Francisco Lindor has 0 hits with the torpedo bat.
Yeah, but he starts slow every year. So
If it's a magic bat, then he would be magically good. But Francisco Lindor has started the season. He's gotten on base once with a walk, and he has 0 hits. So it's not a magic bat. Whatever. Everyone's going to say Ellie De La Cruz had 2 homers yesterday. Ellie De La Cruz is a good baseball player. You have to be a good baseball player to at least, whatever.
He's a stud regardless.
If you can even make the argument, I would give you maybe 2 of the Yankees home runs were because of the bat design. Maybe the Volpe one because it was a foot off the short porch, and maybe one of the Jazz ones, but he hit 3 of them. So the rest of them are smacks. Like Goldie had a smack, Belly had a smack. Judge isn't using the bat, and he still had 4 home runs. So he doesn't need it. That's what happens when you're the greatest right-handed hitter of all time. The bat isn't magical. The bat's not gifting Yankees wins. And we saw that yesterday when the Brewers also got smacked by the Royals. The Brewers are just not good right now. Their pitching staff is really hurt, and that's it. It's the bottom line. So if you want to comment in the chat and say Oh, we
Just
got.
got one.
That's a rage bait. I think that's a rage bait.
I would recommend engaging with it just to see.
I think it's a rage bait.
Just
French
to-
Bulldog in the chat says that Yankees are the 2025 World Champions.
That's crazy.
Is it
That's
because of the bat? Is he a cheater? Does he think that there's a cheat? Is there cheating allegations?
No. We talked about it last night. I don't think he does.
He doesn't think.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, so the bat's not magical. The bat's not cheating. It's within regulations. It's got tested and went through the correct process to go through.
Yeah. I agree.
It's completely legal. Everyone can use it.
If-
And for varying success, Gunnar Henderson's been using it. He hasn't had like a great start to the
Yeah,
season.
you still
it's
gotta
also
square
a
it
small
up.
sample
Yeah.
size still. You gotta think
And
about
also,
that.
I think it's
we just started.
I
There's
think
a
it's good. Everyone,
time to figure this out.
why does everyone complain? Like everyone just immediately starts just because it's the Yankees. If the Yankees weren't doing
Exactly.
it,
If
then
it was like
yeah,
the A's, it'd be like, all right,
yeah.
whatever.
If it was the A's, it wouldn't matter. Just because it's the
What
Yankees,
would-
everyone hates it. But
What would it
why
be-
why is it a bad thing to have more runs in a game?
No,
Like what happened to making the game more exciting and everyone? Obviously, it's helped. I mean, it's big publicity.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it. Well, everyone hates it, but if you want more runs means exciting baseball.
Mm-hmm.
If both teams have high score, I mean, like the Yankees, yeah, sure, they scored 20 runs against Nestor. They also let up 9 runs. It was an awful defensive performance by them.
They had 5 errors, right?
Yeah, 5. I mean, well, Pablo Reyes, goodbye to third base for the rest of the season. You're never sniffing it again. He had 3 errors. He's awful.
I didn't even know he's a Yankee.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he started third. He started third base because I guess that's their lefty lineup.
Oh.
Their
yeah,
lefty lineup was like
platoon.
Pablo Reyes coming in instead of Oswaldo Cabrera because Oswaldo Cabrera
Where's
can hit lefties.
LeMahieu?
LeMahieu's still hurt.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's got like
still?
a back thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, so like
Oh shucks.
he's never touching that position again. You know who is going to touch that position again, which I'm really excited about, is Oswald Peraza.
Peraza.
Peraza is going to do it. I
That's
mean,
very
he came in for Pablo Reyes and then immediately hit a home run.
That's very
Really?
confusing,
Yeah, it
honestly.
was great, and he
Very
smacked it
odd.
too. It was a good
You
ball.
need a little juice sometimes.
So whatever, bad defensive performance. Goldie had an error. Max Fried had an error. It's hard. They just have to. I think the infield's got to get used to Max Fried being a low contact guy,
Yeah.
and that hot shots to third is not Pablo Reyes' specialty.
No.
Yeah, so out of the 5 errors, he was 3 of them. But
Yeah.
Volpe had 1, Jazz had 1, and Fried had 1.
Yeah.
So 6, I guess.
But it's all right. It's early in the year. Kind of going.
But
off
yes, the
Lin-
Yankees are winning the World Series. Continue.
Okay. About the bats, I agree. I think if it goes through the proper testing and stuff, and it's fine, then it's fine as long as they're not making the bat like
Corked.
corked
Yeah,
or
they're
it's
just
a bigger
moving,
barrel.
It's just moving.
like,
It's just
yeah.
moving like density or whatever
Yeah,
mass. But
listen,
like,
It makes sense.
it's good innovation. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's fun. Like, I think it's
Yeah,
fun.
I think it's a great idea when you have a hitter that hits the ball mostly on, let's say, like the inner part of the bat where the barrel isn't, and that's where he hits the ball. If you can move the barrel there and it's not going to hurt him, like, changing the weight when he swings, like it's not going to, make a muscle strain or something. You understand what I'm saying?
We'll see what
That's
happens.
that. I would say that's my one thing is like these guys have been swinging a bat a certain weight in certain parts of the bat for so long. Like I'm gonna be a little skeptical of like, not saying it's a drastic change, but like understanding. All right, is this screwing with your swing? Does this make you feel uncomfortable? Yes, the barrel is now where you hit the ball, but are you like straining more to swing
that's
it?
just
Like,
going to come with time. I
yeah,
think.
that's just gonna come
Connor
with time.
Connor brought up a good point to me that it's, I guess, throughout, whatever, you're a kid and you're growing up and then you go to college or whatever, you're in the minors. It's always improving your swing. So if you're not hitting the ball in the barrel, like that's a swing adjustment. You have to make a swing adjustment. You have to improve your swing. But a lot of people's just swing plane, like I guess their swing plane is just, that's just how it's been. So if it's hitting it on, I don't think it's necessarily cheating. I think it's just
No.
innovation. I mean,
Yeah.
baseball is one of the few sports that relies on equipment. It does.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the bats are one of the bats are probably, they're more important than I guess sticks and hockey when you talk about equipment, but they're way more important. I mean,
You know what's a good way to look at this?
Hmm.
So a pitcher, when he throws the ball, right? You stand on the mound. The mound is what I think it's 2.5 feet wide or 1.5 feet wide, right? Long. Certain pitchers sit on the very edge of the rubber. Certain pitchers sit over here. It's a very similar concept with the barrel, right? Certain guys hit the
that's a
ball
good point.
here,
Yeah.
whereas the barrel's here. So let's move the barrel to where he hits the ball, and maybe we'll see some production, right? when the pitcher who is always pitching the ball, let's take a left-handed pitcher, he's always throwing the ball outside of righties and he stands on the middle of the mound. He moves to the right, his right, and now he's throwing strikes, right? He adjusted and
Yeah.
it worked, right? He adjusted with the equipment.
Is this the first? A lot of people have been talking about. Is this the first major, besides the cheating, obviously corking bats or whatever, you
Yeah.
know, juicing balls? It wasn't cheating. The MLB just did it, but with the juice balls. But
Yeah.
is this the first?
Fun year.
Is this the first advancement for the batter? Because
For
like they were
the
they-
batter,
for
yes.
the batter. Because I get.
'Cause
I don't know.
pitching-
I don't know the
Pitching is been so much evolved with the pitching labs and all that
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying. Is it so
spin
much?
rate and all that stuff? They're able to track
Trying to
every.
think.
Do you
inch
think
of
the
ball.
butt? Do you think the butt of the bat? That advancement where they're talking about, you know, you have axe ends or you have the big
Yes,
thick
that
ends.
one, the slanted
The
one.
slant one is the axe one. There's the butt one. Some people, I think Jeff McNeil doesn't even run
He
one
has
at
like
all.
it's like this like.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it flares, but it's not a whole button. kind of,
Yeah.
no.
So like is
See, I never liked that. I like
whatever their preference is, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I know Goldschmidt has a really thick one.
Yeah, like it looks like a
Um,
marshmallow. Or
Yeah, it's
something.
huge.
Yeah, yeah.
So does that like are we not allowing that? Like what's the rules based on
Yeah.
adjusting the bat, moving the thickness from the
End of the bat.
from the end of the bat, moving it up to the barrel or lower down in the barrel?
Mhm.
Where's the nuance? I mean, if we're gonna outlaw that, then you have to have a
Well, they're
strict.
not.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Oh, okay.
and everyone's opinion, like where they think it's cheating or whatever. Are we going to have a strict bat? This is the exact proportions, the exact thing. The only thing you could change is the length because of size of batter, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
you have-
that. Where does it end? Because then
I think the only thing is the actual like circumference of the barrel. Like as
Yeah.
long as
well,
that doesn't
that's what it
get
is.
bigger,
It's 2.61, and that's exactly what they've kept it.
then I think it's fine.
And
because I
So
feel like
I think Bryson Stott said it last night after the Phillies game. He said that if it doesn't fit the torpedo bat doesn't fit everyone's swing, because
Yeah.
if it's moving everything on the bat, if you're a natural hitter that's hitting it off the top, the more towards the top of the barrel, it's going to hurt you
Yeah.
because there's now not enough. There's not enough thickness, I guess, or mass at the end of the barrel
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
gonna. It
Yeah.
hurts you. So
Yeah.
it's not for everyone. I mean,
No,
it's not
it's
a
not.
magic bat. I hate the thing where it's like this is the reason that they're good. It's like no, they played the Brewers. The Brewers pitching staff is very bad, and they raked.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know- you
That's
know-
all it is.
you know who would be
You still have to hit
great?
it.
You know who would be great to talk about with this? Did any of you take physics here?
Mm-mm.
We
In
need
high
a
school,
physics
but-
a physics
A
professor.
physics professor.
Uh,
Well, this MIT guy is like a
Genius.
genius.
But
Well, I mean, obviously not genius enough. The guy
I
works
would-
for the Marlins,
I
but
would love to talk.
and the
to
Marlins. I guess they started the season off pretty good, but I don't know
they're
how.
not great.
I don't know how much they're using the bat,
Yeah, I don't know.
especially since he
Alcantara's-
works for them.
Yeah, I have no idea. Alcantara's going tonight though, so it's gonna be
I saw that.
interesting to see.
That's
yeah.
can we 2 seconds? Sorry to
Yeah,
Alcantara, Alcantara.
Alcantara.
See, I always got
Really?
Alcantara.
And yeah,
No, it's not
Sandy
like the
Alcantara.
material. It's
No, I
not
know,
the
I just-
material.
I was-
understand what you're saying. Yes.
I heard the Marlins announcer last night say Alcantara, and I was.
it's Alcantara.
Anyways,
Mhm.
okay. So what do we
And
got?
So he's back. And
If the
saying it
Astros
tonight,
did
too.
it, it'll be national news. Yankees look really solid this year. Giants sign Rodgers. Giants, no way. Giants sign Rodgers. There's no way.
check the date today.
Giants.
Oh, it's I mean, it's April Fools,
Mhm.
but
Look at- oh wow.
No, it's not April.
So so my hat. So,
oh yeah, you could do a little plug for them. Give me a
yes.
second.
So some sports news. As some of you know, in the Iona community, it's really cool to kind of be a part of. I'm part of WADTHAD, which is also known as What a Day to Have a Day. We have recently come out with a hat with the collaboration of the Redskins Alumni Association. So we came out with these hats called Hail Washington. You can find them on our official Instagram as well as on the Redskins football alumni account. So people have been really looking forward to those. They look great. The hats are super cool. As a Giants fan myself, I'm really excited, even though I am a Giants fan. It was really cool to be a part of. We did the whole photo shoot actually in my dad's garage. So it was super cool. You can check them out on wadthatofficial.com on our Instagram as well as on our website. You can also look up Redskins alumni on Instagram, and they have the post on as well. We collabed them on that. So it was really cool to be a part of. Working with them was great. We went back and forth. We, fixed a bunch of stuff, but I have to say that it's really cool. They already made like joke posts with the hat pictures of like Jaden Daniels rocking the new Redskins alumni cap at, at Redskins games. It was super. So it's been super cool to be a part of. Some guys have already worn them at Redskins games last season, and apparently people were asking for them like crazy. And we finally got to put together a full photo shoot for them, so it came out great. I just saw we posted, so you can look through. But
I saw you showed me them.
no, this is the official post. This like just came out. This is the official like press release between us and the
Like a
Really
alumni
nice
association.
hat. Yeah. So if you
They
want,
look sick.
wanna
So
go check
any
them out,
Redskins fans, I
they're
know
really nice.
we're very limited,
What's
but had to give a shameless plug. I just saw we
So-
posted,
I thought you were gonna go
that was
there.
super
I'm
cool.
gonna
A little
read.
easier.
We'll do a read right now, and then we'll get into.
Like, Connor, look at the PR post for our Redskins hats.
Here we go. So, let's do that again. So we got some reads we have to go on. Some of them are killed already. So let's do this. Make sure to follow WIUR Gales Radio on Instagram. That's at WIUR _Gales Radio, all one word, for all club updates and more. That's at WIUR _Gales Radio for club updates and more. If you're looking for a direct line to the people of Iona, reach out to us and let us know if you have an event or program you need us to talk about on Instagram. That's at WIUR _Gales Radio, at WIUR _Gales Radio, or email James Melvin for any requests. If you know a lot but don't have any time to say it, WIUR is looking for writers to create top-of-the-hour news, sports, entertainment updates. Updates are created once a week and will be 90 seconds. Equipment is provided. Reach out to the WIUR e-board if you're interested. That's reach out for the WIUR e-board if you're interested in writing for top-of-the-hour news, sports, entertainment updates. Okay. Connor's with us. We have Connor, producer Connor, back for more. All right, so
Where's the tuna sandwich?
Well, I ate it in a different room, so I wouldn't hear anything.
good call, honestly.
That was that's
It's great for us over here.
That's a
Yeah.
That's a baseball move right there. That's a baseball play.
That's a
That's
baseball
Heads up play.
That's a heads up play.
That's a play.
Connor, you gave me some good things about the torpedo bat when we were talking before. I know you said that about the swing path, like you're supposed to learn to hit it on the barrel.
Hmm.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, like anything to get an edge. Hitting a baseball is like the hardest thing to do in sports wise. So I understand why they're doing it, but then yeah, it's like if you're not barreling up the baseball, maybe you should try other methods for your swing path. But I'm not anti it.
I think it's fun.
We'll see. Things aren't going to get out of hand. It's just because it's the first week and people just love to complain about something.
If the A's did it, it wouldn't have been a problem.
No, and like if even if the Yankees did it and they scored like 3 runs the entire series, like another team in their opening series, they only scored 5 runs in 3 games, $800 million lineup.
That was sick.
Yeah.
$800 million lineup. That was
Nice.
sick.
It's like $1 billion spent in the offseason for 5 runs in 3 games.
But they scored so many yesterday against the Marlins.
so that makes up for it.
They scored so. Dude, Pete Alonso had a grand slam.
Yeah.
I saw all
Against
the
Cal
comments.
Quantrill.
All the comments were like first grand slam of the season. Congrats on the first
Is-
grand slam of the season. It's not
Thanks.
true at all, actually. Judge hit a grand slam.
Okay, whatever. I really don't care. It's the April.
You know what I find really funny that not funny,
You
but
don't see me hyping them up like crazy.
well, and there's nothing to hype up.
Facts.
Wow. But you
I've-
don't see me fucking coming at you.
Oh, we got them. This man is not graduating. You cannot curse on the air.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't see me coming at the Yankees.
Funkmaster Flex.
All right, sorry about that.
You don't see me coming at you guys about the torpedo
if the-
bats.
Yeah, I mean, if the
I think it's
Astros
legal.
if the Astros invented this, there'd be national uproar from the Yankees. I don't agree.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
That's nuanced because
if you're a career criminal and you get let out of jail and you commit a crime again, everyone's like, how could you let this happen because of your previous offenses? It's only because of what the Astros did
Okay,
previously if they did
okay.
this.
I agree with
Okay,
that. That's
okay,
no, it's a
calm
great
down.
point.
But I mean, that's just facts.
I think that's a
No,
great point.
Yeah. That's it's a
abs-
bias,
that's-
but they
that's a-
earned it. It's like
You earned
have a-
you
have a rap.
cheated. You
Yeah.
literally cheated for a full year, and you got a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
That doesn't get talked about enough, but whatever.
You know what?
Huh?
Also, why it doesn't get talked about
Huh?
enough?
Yankees
'Cause of
also did
COVID.
sign stealing
Yeah.
too.
For
so,
like 10 games.
I mean,
And if
The period doesn't matter.
But
You
every-
can't get
you
away
did
with
it.
it for 10 games. You know, someone
did
did it
it.
for a whole season.
well, I mean, yeah, that's what happens when you're a class act organization. You admit to your faulting, and you don't
No, they got caught. They
So-
didn't admit to it.
admit to the faulting, and it didn't even result in anything. They
No,
weren't
it's
using
whatever.
it in postseason. They weren't using it in games that mattered. It didn't matter.
Obviously, they weren't using
But
it in
no, but
postseason.
it does matter if you're using it at all.
You know how many? But you know how many? You know how many teams? What are the teams that didn't get caught doing it? What if the Cardinals did it?
What do you mean? They didn't. Nothing ever came about. Like no,
Because they
offense
haven't
with
done
them.
anything in 12 years. Yeah, they haven't used it.
Yeah, we don't
I'm
need
saying
it.
it didn't amount to anything. It didn't matter cheating.
Red Sox used it too.
Yeah,
with
th-
Alex Cora or
Yeah,
whatever.
this team actively won a World Series cheating for the entire
but it's
season
just
and the
funny that Yankee
postseason
fans get mad at that. Meanwhile, they're doing the
because
same
we
thing.
lost to it because we weren't using it.
So you
if
think
we
they're
used
cheating?
You
it,
use it at a certain point.
You
At one point.
you think they're cheating?
What?
You think they're cheating? The Yankees.
no,
With
he's
what?
talking about the sign stealing
Oh,
fiasco
yeah,
that we
yeah.
used it for 10 games.
Sorry.
That we did it for 10 games.
Was it 10 games?
It was a very short time. It wasn't any
I'll have
amount
to
of
look
time.
that up.
No, I that is true. I know it was for a short amount of time and it wasn't in the season.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Whatever the period.
Criminals are criminals. Hell yeah, you said it. Short memory. Apple Watches. Did they use Apple Watches?
That's what they're saying. I didn't know that was specifically that.
That's
Apple
crazy.
Watches? Wow.
Oh, the electronic and so like it would buzz in the Apple Watch.
They're airdropping the signs.
I know, it's crazy.
That's really funny.
I just can't believe that they got away. Like if we won a World Series and we were cheating, I would expect way more than that. Way more.
Then what?
Take away the World Series. If
You-
the Yankees won the World Series cheating, I hate cheating.
Do you hate?
I
cheating?
hate it.
You hate it.
The public perception is fine though. Like
I
even
can't
though
tell.
it didn't get officially vacated, like everybody knows what that 2017 World Series is. Same thing with like even though he didn't cheat, like Kevin Durant when he won those 2 rings with the Warriors, people see that he has 2 rings, but nobody's like, oh yeah, those 2 rings matter a lot.
Yeah, sure.
So like it's good that they didn't really like vacate it
100,000
because it just gets
Oh,
you're in messy
smart.
waters.
I understand that, but I feel like it was just so like no players. I get upper management got whatever suspended for the season or whatever, but the fact that no players got involved, no players were involved in any way is ridiculous to me. With the cheating, like no players got any sort of.
No, they got immunity for ratting out, right? And they
Yeah.
cooperated.
Yeah, but I understand. But like they're the ones who did it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
They're the players.
You know what also?
They're the players who did it.
You know who would also? You know what also was like?
I mean, yeah, but public hatred isn't enough for me.
What are you
Yeah.
gonna? What do you want him to do? Like
Vacate the World
but
Series.
that's more of a big step to take than like. I don't. You know what I mean?
I
You-
guess.
you know what
I
also
guess
was-
what he said is fine. Like everyone knows that they cheated.
yeah.
But in 20 years, people are gonna forget that they cheat. Some people are gonna grow up
Yeah.
not
Just,
knowing
like,
they
young kids
cheated.
maybe,
Yeah.
but,
That's what I'm
like,
saying. They're not gonna know they.
You know what? Also,
Everyone, it was 100 years ago, and everyone remembers the Black Sox scandal still. So
you know what else was?
Could be
like,
one of those
a
tales.
cultural reason of why I think it kind of got swept under the rug a little bit is because this went out in like February, March of 2020, and then the heat of COVID hit, so everything got diverted away from it because everyone was focused on
Yeah.
COVID itself.
Sorry. So hold up. The Yankee haters are sounding off in the chat talking about A-Rod, Giambi. I disagree with this. I don't.
Who's Sal?
That's
my
Rod's
brother.
I just yeah.
It's a Met fan,
understand.
Met fan.
It's a family affair. in this group
I
chat, isn't it?
understand. Like I just said, like I'm not gonna the A-Rod cheating. Like I know Connor doesn't hates
Oh,
A-Rod.
man. The,
You're
the,
in.
the clan
the guy
is
spends way too much time in the sun.
Well, yeah, he does.
Who?
No, but
He's
I'm
so
not.
dark.
Obviously, I'm not a huge A-Rod fan either. I mean,
Oh,
obviously
yeah.
he cheated.
Immaculate skin.
I don't like just because he was a Yankee doesn't mean that the entire Yankees organization is shunned because he cheated.
What with the steroids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I disagree. It was
Steroids
wrong.
has always been a one-player thing rather than
Yeah.
a team indictment.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
because
So,
they
like,
know if the team finds out, they're screwed. You know what I mean? Like they know something.
and none of these guys who get called steroids are ever getting it issued by a team.
Speaking of jerks and
no,
profile,
yeah.
employees.
I mean, jerks and profile, especially
Well, yeah,
now.
we were
I mean,
talking
Did
about
you
it.
see-
It's
he did
weird
that
how
even-
it comes out though.
you see, he was like, I didn't even know I was doing it.
I don't think he did.
I love
Can I be
that.
honest with you? I agree. What? He got tested 8 times last year.
Yeah.
During his career best year, 8 times, nothing came back. But
Really?
now he
Yeah.
came back.
Why does it come back now?
And the stimulant that they found in his system actually doesn't have. It
But
wasn't
it's a masking effect.
It wasn't a steroid. It was a masking effect to a steroid.
Why would he do it
Yeah,
anymore? Didn't he get a bag?
It was.
Yeah. So basically, I read it.
It
then
wasn't.
that
It wasn't
too.
the testosterone.
It
It was.
takes-
It was. No, but it does. But
No, it
it's
also-
used for masking. It's used for
Oh,
some
for-
health
But
problems.
it also, I heard also that it resets your testosterone clock back to 0.
Yeah.
So
Having
you
trouble
start
having kids?
pumping.
No, I don't know what it was.
No.
I don't know what it was, but
Basically, it
I
takes
don't.
his
It wasn't the
testosterone.
it wasn't actually PEDs that he was taking.
No.
It was something that was masking
Masking.
something else.
Yes.
Whether he
Listen,
knew it was masking or not.
He was
Either way,
also-
you have to know what's going in your body. You're a
Exactly,
professional.
that's
He
athlete.
was
been a-
also
I
he was
agree.
also taking like some. Basically, what it did was it took the your clock, your internal clock, and it reset it to 0. So now he's back to 0, pumping
Age
basically,
1?
essentially,
What?
but he's pumping testosterone back into himself. And when you're growing, you're taking in a ton of testosterone because you're growing and developing and getting bigger, faster, stronger as a baby
But
to an infant to a.
I want to
child.
know.
So
I want to know
he's
the
basically-
exact medication. So if we could know the exact, well, they're not going to share it.
No,
But if we know the exact medication, people can start figuring out, like, okay, what could he possibly used it for?
no,
Because
exactly.
if he's using it for a health problem, or if he, like you said, maybe he was having, personal problems, whatever,
fertility, yeah,
Yeah,
like
for-
Golden
like,
Tate, right?
whatever
Wasn't
it
that
is.
what that
Yeah,
was?
I mean,
yeah.
that was
yeah.
the same thing too.
Yeah, he took it for fertility reasons.
In the chat, they talk about like why the Yankees signed Cole, because Cole was one of the best pitchers. Like,
What?
whether he was part of a cheating scandal or not, he was still one of the best pitchers.
All right,
And he
Rob's
hasn't
dad.
cheated with
Come
the
on.
Yankees. So
Well, I don't know.
I think that's a little bit of rage bait.
yeah, I mean,
lower, yeah.
obviously,
Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah, he's one of the. He was and
Spider
and he
tack.
stopped- and he-
Spider tack.
and he stopped
Big spider tack guy.
Oh,
Sure.
big, yeah, but
He
so
won a
was
Cy
everyone
Young.
else.
Yeah.
But then he won a Cy Young without spider tack. So
I used to rub a little Elmer's on before I threw.
you went from
Elmer's.
you went from
Yeah.
a 62-mile-an-hour fastball to a
I took-
64-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, no, I was in the 80s. I wasn't bad. I was also a lefty, so that
Good
was
whistle.
yeah, nice.
Anyway, so yeah, the Profar thing, I don't think he was cheating last year. I
But,
really
like,
don't.
Based
He got
on-
tested 8 times last year. There's no way it was.
But
Yeah, because that
is
Maverick
he just
thing
saying
worked.
like I got tested?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Maybe because the masking thing
he
worked.
was-
Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe he slipped up in the offseason.
That's how they get caught. They mess up their cycle.
Yeah. Oh,
that's probably what happened.
we're on to it. The Hardy Boys. We got it.
I
We're
don't
done.
know.
Case
I like
closed.
Profar, so I hope he
It
comes
really
back.
does. Well, it
Well, yeah.
Wait,
I
can
also
we-
don't like
the worst thing
steroids.
is the 80-game suspension.
Plus
He
the
can come
postseason.
back in August, whatever. What is 80 games? July.
July, yeah.
But
yeah.
so he's just gonna play July and August, and then,
and then he's done.
Verdugo's gonna come in for September.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed if I was a Braves fan. Yeah, like,
Which is
it makes
incredible.
no sense.
But it's
That-
always
I'm
been
sorry.
that rule, I think.
I'm
I think that's
sorry.
always been
I
the
understand
case.
why they do it, but it's stupid.
That is stupid.
That's
very
I
dumb.
understand.
Yeah, he's screaming.
Just have him suspended for the season.
Get him
Yeah,
in there.
give him that thing.
No,
Why let
you
him
guys
come
gotta
back?
Put it in between. you
Yeah,
so you can both
exactly.
get-
Yeah, like
We'll-
what?
we'll
You're gonna
leave him
ramp
with it.
yourself up for 80
That's
games,
ridiculous.
And
He
then
served 80 games. He's serving almost
does he
half
still,
the
if
season.
if they were to win, does he still get a ring?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
If he
Anyone
played-
who plays one-
Yeah, absolutely.
True. Okay, never
But
mind.
I think it's ridiculous
That
that
was
the
my only
fact
question.
that it's not ridiculous. I get it, but you're serving your 80-game fine. Why are you banned for the playoffs?
It
yeah,
doesn't make sense.
but it's always
That's the
been a
bottom
rule.
line.
Because how much that's out of your system now. He's no longer cheating. He served his time. He's no longer cheating. Let the kid play.
It doesn't have to do with the steroid, more or less. It's about like the principle of MLB. Because like, say he had a really good divisional round, everyone would have been like, "Oh, well, he was cheating. He's on steroids." Where it's like,
I
year-
guess, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. It does make sense to me. It does.
I
I just
see
think
it.
it's dumb.
It
Make
is
the,
stupid.
Make the
I
fine
understand.
longer. Come back for the playoffs.
what is like the max steroids? Well, A-Rod got like
A year.
season,
A
right?
year,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That was
I
the
think it's
longest
a
one.
year. Oh yeah.
Was he a multiple time offender? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like 3 times.
So,
Yeah.
that's probably what it was.
They're live streaming.
But like generally, like a year is like in terms of games, I think.
Trevor Bauer crowd. Where's Trevor Bauer?
he's in Japan.
That's
He
that-
actually didn't he just get sent down or
so
something?
the Trevor Bauer
saw, like,
thing
the
is
Julio Urias
obviously just
stuff, too.
it's a blacklist thing.
Yeah.
The Trevor Bauer is a
Yeah,
blacklist thing.
People don't want to
He'll
deal with
never-
it.
People don't want to deal with it, which makes sense to me. Sure, there's players out there who do go on domestic violence. He was proven not to have not done any sort of domestic violence by a court.
And they're letting Urias back.
They're letting Urias back.
Or
Yeah.
reinstate him.
He only half beat
I
his
don't-
wife. He didn't
but
like fully beat
no-
her up.
Nope.
I didn't even know.
Dude, yeah, no,
I
he
forgot
did.
about him. He's
Dude,
nasty.
he
He
did.
just
Did he like
left.
beat
No,
the
he,
bejesus out of her?
He
That's
okay. So
nice.
if we want to get into,
Holloway
if we
type
want to
stuff.
get into it, there is a lot of. It's a much bigger thing
should have done it in an
than
elevator.
people think. The Urias thing is also involved with Verdugo.
Right.
There's a lot of minor
Yeah.
league. There's a lot of
I don't
minor
know if
league.
that story can be talked about.
There's a lot of minor
Ray
league.
Rice?
on the airwaves. No, the Verdugo minor league one with Julio Urias. That's a
Wait,
wild.
this
what?
is a whole thing.
They beat
No.
each other's wives
No,
together.
this is a whole
Is it?
thing. Like this is a big.
Oh,
I never heard of this.
No, so
interesting.
Verdugo, Urias, and
a decade ago.
I think who was it?
But
Kike?
it was a player.
It might have been Kike.
Verdugo
No,
was
no.
like 12
No,
when
because
a
one of the players
decade
Kike was an
ago.
Astro and a Marlin.
Anyways, in the minor league, Urias and Verdugo were involved in this thing where there, woman did get hurt, and I don't know the exact implications of it, so I don't want to really, say anything.
Mhm.
But there was a thing in the minor leagues, and this
You go.
this instance that he's getting right now has to do with that too.
Really?
Okay.
That there's so he beat his wife again.
Nice.
He beat his wife again.
Big guy.
You can't
Dude.
say that. He beat his wife again.
This is public.
Yeah,
by
this
the
is
way.
public. So
I'm not like a
we
fan of it.
condemn it. The five-hole condemns it.
Don't beat your wife.
No, but he did do it. But there are implications. The reason that he did get involved is because of this minor league incidents with Verdugo, which is also has to do why Verdugo took so long to get signed, is what they were
Oh.
saying. So it's a whole thing. I
Why
was
is it
reading into
popping-
it.
Oh,
That's
it's
a pretty
popping up
good-
now.
It's
because
popping
of
up now
Urias.
because of the Urias thing,
pretty
because
good-
of his ban.
Pretty good give and take.
And also maybe just because he didn't get signed because he's kind of booty.
Yeah, well, he is also
All
pretty,
right.
that
so we
also
have-
adds to it. But the Trevor Bauer thing is another thing where that's just a form of it was such a big story that no team's going to take him on just for the PR.
No, I know.
It's not worth it.
It's too
PR.
late now.
So
It's
he's
too-
not
it's
that
also
good of
too
a
late.
player, and he beats people. Let's sign him.
Yeah.
We'll give him a shot.
You know who's? I saw yesterday. Some Rays fan was wearing a Wander Franco jersey.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Mm.
What's the? I don't know what the.
They definitely put a bolo out on that guy.
No,
They're
yeah, I
already-
don't know
they're
what-
already looking him up.
what's
What's
the
this guy's
yeah?
deal?
What's the ruling on that?
You go to jail when you touch kids. you
No,
go to jail.
no, not Wander Franco. Talk about the guy.
Gray area when it comes to those things.
Do you keep wearing it or like?
He went to jail.
No, it was like those teams do it. Same thing happened with the Ray Rice stuff. Like the team will basically offer if you have a jersey, we'll give you another jersey. in
Oh,
exchange
really?
for it. Yeah,
That's a good idea.
the Ravens
Oh.
did that with Ray Rice.
Yeah.
And
everyone started
but-
taking escalators instead.
yeah,
Dude, this kid's on a.
don't
Kid's on a
don't do
roll
it in
right
an
now.
elevator.
I'm gonna have to
with
start. I'm
security
gonna have to
camera.
mute his mic.
I just heard a groan.
He's right. Yeah, whatever.
No,
So,
I'm
anyways,
more-
those are. Let's get away from the controversial things.
What were
'cause
like the
Nick might
top
say something.
storylines besides the Yankees and the torpedo bat from the first weekend? of baseball?
Cardinals?
Devers.
Oh,
Devers.
yes.
Devers,
Whoa.
yeah.
Honestly, I honestly think it's on purpose. He's doing it out of protest.
Dude, I think
I agree.
he's one of those guys that is like a baby when he doesn't get what he wants.
He's
and
doing it on purpose.
probably
If
just
anyone
like-
doesn't know, whoever's watching, he wants to play third base. Obviously, you're not going to play third base. Bregman's playing third base. He said, "I'm a third baseman. I'm not playing third."
he's probably not putting his all.
I'm a third baseman. They ended up DHing him. He's starting the season on the DH.
I think
right?
that's what's
He's
true.
doing it out of protest. If he's not doing it on protest, like Robert said, he's not
Just
giving his all. He's 0 for what? 20?
19, I think.
Like
was the
how many
last
strike?
one.
Like
15 strikeouts.
Yeah, like 75% of his at bats have been strikeouts. That's
That's pretty bad.
I think it's I
They almost
don't
won
think I don't think he's doing it out
What?
of protest.
Hey, what'd you say?
Bautista almost blew the save yesterday. I was
Ah,
watching that.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. I think
He's
that,
ginormous.
I think that
Yeah.
he
Big mouth or
Yeah,
something.
something like
I
Big
I don't think
mound.
he's doing it out of protest because if a player wants to protest to be traded,
Yeah, but he's a
They're-
crybaby.
I understand, but he's gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna give it my all, and I'm gonna request a trade. I'm gonna become gross so that everyone wants
He
me.
just signed a 10-year, like $300 million
I know.
contract.
Exactly. So that's the other part. Like
And they
I
also like him in Boston.
don't- yeah,
Dude, his stat. He has an RBI because he walked, but
I don't think
like him.
I
You like him?
I
like
think
Devers.
I think he's just having a hard time adjusting to.
People
being
say
a
Garrett Cole's
DH.
not pitching this year. It took away his superpowers.
that might be true. He
Something mental.
he played great.
It's like
Yeah, he owns.
fifth. So
he
fifth,
low key
when
owns.
Perry
it.
So
the Platypus
he has
sees
nine-
Dr.
He's
Doofenshmirtz isn't
19
there.
at bats.
Yeah.
Your
Doc-
foe is no longer
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
What's the point of life?
19 at bats.
I get
He
it.
has
I get it. He's struggling.
15 strikeouts, 4 walks.
He's definitely not using the torpedo bat.
No,
So he's either struck out or walked.
Wow. Well,
15 strikeouts, 4 walks.
oh, so he's not even like
Or
flying
grounded
out.
out.
He's
Oh.
not even touching the ball.
No, he's not touching the ball. It's a
Oh my
Lindor
God.
situation where like I looked at their savant and it's like barrel percentage is 0. Like they haven't touched the ball.
I'm not worried.
To be
about,
fair, Lindor has always been a slow starter.
that's what
Yes.
that's what I'm
Like
saying.
we went
I'm
through
not,
the same thing with Judge.
But I
and
was
Lindor
talking to him
last year,
about
same
I was
thing.
I'm
talking
not
to him about
worried
the
about that
torpedo
with- I'm
bat
not worried
that
about Lindor.
if torpedo's a magic ball, a magic bat, then he should
Yeah,
should
I'm
have a
not
hit.
worried about Lindor.
No, I shouldn't say he's going to be MVP caliber by the end of the
That's
year.
what I
like he
mean.
always
If
is.
you look at the amount of years that he's been like,
Yo,
top 5 in
this is
MVPs and
abysmal.
isn't in the All-Star game, it's like what happened?
On
The
base-
slow start might have a lot
but-
to do with that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what has to do with it. If you just look at the numbers from the season and say, oh, he finished 4th in MVP
Yeah.
voting, for example, it's like, oh, why didn't he make the All-Star game? Oh, because he went.
One
he had
other
a-
thing
he had a 15. He went 150 in April.
that I want to talk about, if you guys want to talk about it. I don't know if you guys seen, but like apparently it's getting louder and louder about Shohei not pitching again.
Yes.
So
Why
Yes.
would he?
if you
I
have
don't
2
really-
Tommy Johns,
Mhm.
your average pitching span after that is like less than 3 years.
Yeah.
And every guy who's came back from 2 Tommy Johns, their average ERA is like above 5.
Yeah,
now,
they're
obviously,
not good.
Shohei's probably the greatest player to ever step foot on a baseball field, but it's not worth the risk.
No,
Right.
People
I
are saying he should
totally-
become a closer.
I totally agree.
I don't get. I don't. Yeah, but I don't.
I don't
get
think
the-
that's a good idea.
if they're-
because then
if-
it's okay. Is he in the bullpen or am I taking him off the bench to pinch
But
hit?
what's the point? He already has a 5 WAR without pitching. So what's the point of him even? Maybe because maybe they knew that he wasn't going to come back. But he doesn't need to come back. Okay, the shtick is over, right? It's okay. He did 6 years of pitching and hitting, right? Great.
It'd just be cool to see.
There's
That's
a,
all
it's cool to see, but there's a reason those type of players don't last. Let him
Yeah.
hit. He's already one of the best hitter. He's already the second best or first best hitter in the league. Second best hitter in the league. He's the second best. He's the second best hitter in the league. Stop. He is. You don't think he's you think he's the best hitter?
I mean, what are you basing off of?
Hitting.
Just like this year alone?
No, every year.
Every year?
Every year.
I don't know. I don't think it's like a guarantee.
I disagree. I mean, Judge had a higher slugging than
Do you
people
know who
had.
Shohei Ohtani is?
I'm aware, but do you know who
You're
Aaron
acting
Judge
like
is?
it's well, I mean, as a Yankee fan, so I get it. Whatever.
But okay, but if we're talking about stats, like Judge had a higher slugging than the league average, than the league batting average, than the league on base percentage.
What did Ohtani do? He went 50-50.
Okay, yeah, but the stolen bases doesn't count
Oh,
as
we're
hitting.
talking an offensive player.
No, I'm talking hitting. We said hitting.
Pure hitting.
Pure hitting.
No stolen bases.
No stolen bases. Pure hitting.
So
not
no-
offensive.
No walks. Are we walking?
Otani is a
walks?
unicorn.
Yes? No?
I don't know walks. We can count walks.
Okay.
I think offensively.
You think it's
pitching-
close?
I think it's close. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
The way you said it, like so casually, I was
Because I just think that Judge is a better hitter. I really do.
really.
Yeah, it's dude. He's a
I mean, I don't know what that justifies, but
I just-
imaginary poll justifies.
no,
it,
but I'm just saying. Are you crazy? French Bulldog says, "Are you crazy?" No, I just think you guys maybe not underestimate Judge, but like
I know who judges, but I know who Ohtani is.
I
too.
understand, but I'm not downplaying anything that Ohtani has done. I just do. I do think Judge is the better hitter. I do.
I mean,
And maybe that's a Yankee biased or
very-
not, but like stats, like he's done crazy stats. Like they say, stop. Like you guys are just
Next
Yankee-
comedy hour.
It's like every stat would tell you the same thing. Like Judge is like what Judge does in the box is insane. I'm not talking about an overall player. Obviously, Ohtani's an overall player. He has the pitching aspect. He steals bases. Judge doesn't do that,
No.
You know, after this
Judge
past
is-
weekend, he has a higher WRC plus career wise than Barry Bonds.
and he's not cheating.
Yeah.
That's
'cause
crazy.
he's
He
like-
has
who?
two
Yeah,
less,
Judge.
or what is it? One less home run than Babe Ruth does, and his first 1,000 games as a Yankee.
Yeah.
Right field was what, 295 feet when Babe Ruth played, and he was a lefty.
I don't know. I
Like,
don't
we're-
know. I don't know the field
Yeah,
dimensions.
no.
I don't know. Why are you asking?
We're
me?
talking, and listen, I get it.
Sorry.
The postseason stuff.
Okay,
is a whole
I
separate
wasn't on the
conversation.
grounds crew for the
hold up.
Yankees
This
back
is
in
I'm
1927.
very happy that someone brought this up. To talk about strikeouts, every major hitter in the league leads the league in strikeouts every
strikeouts
time
have gone
because
up.
they get on. They're always at the plate.
Swinging. Well,
So-
they're always,
so-
and they're always swinging.
So Ohtani is easily one of the top 5. Last year, he was even the second
Yeah,
most
strikeouts
strikeouts.
are just
It's
more
strikeouts not a
prevalent
thing.
now.
What they're on
So,
base every
but
they're
It's not every major.
no, I'm not saying every major hit, but I'm saying like players like that, like Otani, leads the league in strikeouts too.
Yeah, I mean, what? I don't know. What do you want me? I didn't say
No,
strikeouts.
I said in the chat they said strikeouts.
Robert.
Not you.
The chat.
I'm looking at you because to
I
have
know,
conversation.
point,
Oh
yes.
my god.
But I'm
Okay,
saying like
so
every major
What the
person
chat
in
is
the
saying
league,
is that they want Luis Ariz instead of Aaron Judge because he doesn't strike out. So
which Luis Ariz is like
He's starting off slow.
he's like a subpar player.
He's starting off the year
We've
slow
had
too.
this conversation.
We talked
He's
about
so
it.
weird.
He's
It's such a
just singles machine.
yeah.
That's
It's just
all.
so
well,
weird.
yeah, the
Merchant.
advanced analytics isn't kind to his game.
No.
Thank God Jeter didn't play in this era.
Oh yeah.
We'd
I
be
mean,
getting cooked.
so
He's
Judge,
just-
yeah,
he's
and then this is
the
everything, especially in the playoffs. We get to sure, like he's a
Mhm.
he's a playoff ghost. I get that, but one thing that what the playoffs aren't the entire season. When we're talking about analytical batting stats, the playoffs aren't the season. Yes, he's a ghost. I agree
It's
with
very
that.
close though. You have to. It is very close.
I
It's
do
not
think
like a
I do-
sure like.
Oh, I
thing.
think it's sure, but I think it's close.
that is two different things.
No, wow. How is that two
That's
different things? I'm sure that he's number one, but I don't think it's a big distance. I think it's close.
I'll give him that.
So it's close.
Yes, it's close,
Okay.
but I think it's a sure thing that he's number one.
But
It
That's
is very
different.
close.
That's
No,
different.
it's not.
A
How?
sure thing is a guarantee.
No, I think it's guaranteed that he's won, but it's a close margin.
yeah,
that's-
that's not. I understand.
A
what you're
sure
saying.
thing, like
Yeah.
a sure
Yeah,
thing is usually
I
something
do.
that's like
No,
100 to
I
0.
understand where he's coming from with that, but I also like. Yes, I think Judge is obviously like you analytically at the top,
Otani smokes Judge. I mean,
but
it's rage bait.
but I also think that
It's rage bait.
here they all got like some family.
Yeah, I
group chat
know. They're
right now.
talking about it. Yeah.
What do you want to say next to make the fire up?
Regular
Niko?
season champ. No, I don't want to start an
But-
argument like regular season champs. Like I don't want to start. It's obviously rage bait. I don't want to start an argument. I
understand
do
where
think
you're
he is a ghost. Yeah, they're getting smarter. They know me.
They're evolving.
We're gonna have to turn this podcast into communist. I think we have to turn the podcast off.
Yeah,
I mean the
just
comments off.
The
No,
comments
but
off.
I do want to address it. He
Hurt you guys'
obviously is a
feelings?
ghost in the playoffs. I'm saying that without a doubt. But in 10 years, right? Well, like, yeah, he's going to be known if he doesn't.
He's gonna be like a Dan Marino.
No,
Yes,
dude, he's going to go down.
He's got to do something in the playoffs.
He has to do something in the playoffs. But
that's
even,
what I'm saying. He's
but-
gonna go down like a Dan Marino, one of the greatest, most talented individuals of all time, right?
all-time
And
choker.
just couldn't get it done. in
Yeah,
the
I mean,
playoffs.
he might, depending
How-
on what
how
happens.
is-
But we
how
still have
is
7
Dan
years left
Marino,
in his
like,
career.
Not a good analogy.
No, I'm
That's
just
a
saying we
great
still have
analogy.
77
Yeah,
years.
it's-
We're talking about one of the dude. People are talking about like he might
Yes,
go
I
down as one of the.
agree.
He might go down as the best right-handed hitter ever.
I understand. Dan Marino is like a
He
top
pro-
3
like,
quarterback.
that's it.
Of
He
all
probably already
time.
is.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. When you look at
Pujols.
Dan Marino,
He lied about his age.
Pujols, I am thrilled.
And would that matter either way with his stats?
The 700th home run was a fake ball.
Wow.
Says who?
Wow.
It's been proven.
By
Dagger.
Scientific studies.
you were a part of it.
I.e.
I was.
Wikipedia and Google
That's
search.
crazy.
And
The meatball man, the meatball mafia.
That's what happens when you,
We were sending out those balls for Pujols' 700th career home run.
oh, you were? You're part of the cult?
And actually, the guy who said I am 12 in Benchwarmers was based off of Pujols, if you guys didn't know that.
Man, you really deep dive into Reddit, don't you?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just spitting up facts.
Wow. 3 a.m. Just
I think it's
down the rabbit hole he goes.
Shout out Manfred.
I just did that.
What?
The wire. I just stepped on it and pulled it
Oh,
down. I was like,
I thought you meant this. I was
Through
like,
the-
no.
wire.
I might have stepped on that too.
Cue the Kanye song.
Anyways, so I think I do. I don't want to start an argument. I think it's close. I think it's easily 1-2. Obviously, no, I don't.
Okay.
Say it with your chest.
No, I'm sorry, but he is like he's the best hitter.
If you know, you know.
He's the best hitter.
you.
Yeah, like he's the best hitter. Like I don't understand why we have to have an argument. He's the best hitter. Like he's doing this. He's doing steroids numbers, not on steroids.
He looks like he's on steroids.
He looks like he's on steroids. He's not.
That's the
Yeah.
best compliment.
You know
That's
who's
the best compliment.
you know
the
who's-
guy's
you know
doing
who's-
steroids numbers, not on steroids.
You know who's definitely not on steroids? John Carlos Stanton. Or he's just not injecting it into his elbows. He's
Yeah,
either
nah,
missing a
yeah,
spot
he's
or
fragile.
or
he's really fragile.
Torpedo bat. Didn't they say he was using that last year?
yeah. Now he's
He
out
was
for
using it in, like,
what
spring
till Christmas time? Isn't that when he's out till or something like
Christmas time. He's already hitting. He's already hitting.
Christmas time.
that? I'll see you guys at Thanksgiving.
He's already hitting. He might come back.
Yeah, off a tee.
I gotta look at I gotta compare him. and see. But I don't know. I'd have to see.
I just think that I mean he does think like Ohtani does things that Judge doesn't, and that's
He's
what makes
crazy.
that's what makes him a unicorn. That's what makes him like he throws the baseball, he steals base, he doesn't. There's not there's
What was his ERA? Wasn't it like a 3.4 or something like
Yeah.
that? Like a serviceable.
serviceable pitcher. It's
yeah,
insane.
pretty
He's a
decent.
unicorn.
Forget even serviceable, like a decent
Yeah.
guy who could probably win you a game.
Yeah, he's I don't see a world where he doesn't go down and like at least
Goated.
like some sort of GOAT conversation.
And then the year he didn't
Right?
pitch, he created his own
Yeah.
club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the year he didn't pitch, he did something that's never been done before.
That's the thing. I don't like
50-50 club.
when everyone's talking about
There's
like
no one in that one.
when everyone this is more of a marketing or like a I guess like a media thing where like they're like, oh, here we go, talk about Ohtani. It's like, yeah, it's like they kind of have to talk about Ohtani. He's
No,
doing
it's
things that's like
insane.
never been done before.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
you have to talk about him.
Sickening.
I agree. How do you not? But I think that-
Ohtani won World Series ring. I mean, he did nothing in the playoffs anyway. So
well, he got him there.
he did get him there.
Dude, but
if he
He
wasn't on that
does
team, they're
nothing
not-
either.
No, that's my point.
You didn't what? What?
That's my point. Everyone's saying Judge didn't do anything, but neither did Ohtani do anything in the Worlds. But he still gets a ring. I mean, he still goes down
He
with
got
a
him there.
ring.
He got
Him there, but Judge gets him there every year
well, not
to the
World
playoff
Series.
to the playoffs. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
Yes, but then he just
Playing on the Angels.
Clown show. Judge isn't a top 10 Yankee. All right, we're gonna end the show because that's just
Currently?
yeah. I mean, like
no all time.
facts.
Did you not see the names we brought in? Carlos Carrasco pitching?
That's a good point.
Legend.
I didn't think of that. I mean,
Yo, who the hell is our third baseman? What's his
Pablo
name?
Reyes.
Oh, I thought it was
We
like that
talked
other
about
guy,
it
like
already.
Yorbit. Whatever the hell.
We
Yorbit.
talked about it.
You know what I'm
already.
talking about?
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Nah,
That's a Martian
he
name.
said all time. He's not a top 10 Yankee all time.
Imagine naming your kid Yorbit.
Yorbit.
I don't know. I don't know about that. It's a great point. He may not be a top 10 Yankee. He might not be a top 10 Yankee of all time. I don't know.
No, he probably already is.
He probably already is.
I agree to that.
You're also
too.
talking to like
but it's, he's not-
21-year-olds.
I don't think he's won.
Huh?
I don't think he's won.
Like
lot
since
of
I've been
there's a lot
alive,
of
Judge's been the
great Yankees.
greatest baseball player of
Yeah,
my lifetime.
Like you have to you think about it. It's like
You have Ruth. You got
Mickey Mantle,
Mickey
you
Mantle.
got Reggie Jackson, Joe DiMaggio,
You know
Lou
who, like-
Gehrig. Like Lou Gehrig, it was like a Cal Ripken before Cal Ripken was even
so-
relevant with that. Like
But
an
he had
Iron Horse.
ALS. I mean, he has literally a disease named after him.
No, but like he played like didn't he play like
you ever wonder why they
every
call it Lou
day?
Gehrig's disease?
that's a good shout.
You ever seen that?
I
clip
know,
of The
Connor.
Sopranos?
I
That's a good
know,
shout.
I know.
All right, we gotta go. We're running out of time.
Oh,
Thank you
jeez.
everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks to the comments
Yeah, but
for
Babe Ruth
routing
was
it
an
up.
alcoholic,
Or
eating
so.
hot dogs. Judge's peak male performance.
That
So
is
no, so's Babe Ruth. Peak male
Peak
performance.
male
male
for you.
performance.
Peak male performance is waking up, brushing off the booze, and going to the ballpark and absolutely raking.
I'm gonna end it on this.
and
Thank
then
you.
right back to it.
We gotta go. I'm gonna end it on this. Thank you everyone for watching. One thing I do know is whatever Judge, blah blah blah, Judge this, not top 10 that. All I know is he's better than any Met that's ever played. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week.